I lived in actually a place called Lakeview, Indiana. It's Laurel. It's about 60 miles south of Richmond, Connorsville. It's just a small, it's like 4 or 5 houses along the highway. It's a farming community, rural area. But at that time, there were no jobs in that area, and the Marine Corps, they said you needed to be tough. I thought I was a tough country boy, so I thought I'd see if I could handle it. And I got a friend of mine to join, and we went in on the buddy program. You might have heard of General Petraeus, and he has these objectives. You try to win the hearts and minds of the people, especially the younger generation, because that is the future of that country. Just like in America, our kids in high school are the future, and in college, like Ivy Tech, are the future of our country. Well, Bosnia was more of a providing peace for the people because they'd been in a war for 4 or 5 years. Part of that was outreach programs. We got to be a part of a program or an orphanage within our, it's called AOR, Area of Responsibility, that we were responsible for in the country. This orphanage fell into our AOR, our Area of Responsibility. The day we went to the orphanage, I had received a package in the mail from my wife from a popcorn factory over in Edinburgh, Indiana. Just as an afterthought, while we were going out there, I thought, I'll just grab a couple bags of popcorn to snack on the way. So we got to talking and didn't eat the popcorn on the way, and I had 2 little bags of caramel popcorn. So we go to the orphanage, we meet them, and these are orphans of the war. It's not their moms or dads giving them up. They were killed or something happened to them during the war. These kids also suffers the trauma of a war. And as we were leaving, I asked Ned, I said, ask the director if it's okay if I give the little girl something. Well, this is like 15 kids ranging from 18 down to 3, and barefoot, the cabinet's bare at the orphanage. But this day, the little girl was following us around, and she just took right to me. So as we were doing our thing, I was holding her hand the entire time, and I wanted to leave her something. So I asked her if it was okay if I gave her 2 bags of popcorn, and the director said yes. So I gave the bags of popcorn to the little girl, and they were just small bags, but you know, not a huge one, but a pretty good sized one. And I told Ned, I said, tell her to make sure she shares. And Ned was our interpreter, and he didn't say anything. And I said, Ned, tell her to make sure she shares. And he just kind of looked at me and said, Sergeant Jackson, just wait, just watch. The little girl took the bags of popcorn, and she took the bags of popcorn around to every other kid. It touched me that day, it still touches me. And before she got her own, she let them get their own popcorn out of that bag. And on the way back, Ned said, Sergeant Jackson, these kids have been through a lot, but they don't forget how to love. To me, I carry that to this day of that little girl taking the popcorn around, and no matter what them kids have been through, the adversities of war, the atrocities of war, they did not let that diminish their love. And to be able to share that through what we were there to do, to me, it made my military service worth it for me.